Hello Puppet fans! And welcome to this lecture. In previous slab we got the understanding of roles and profiles method requirement and the complexity without it. Now in this lecture we'll have a summary of the roles and profiles method and we will look at the example of Jenkins application to have good understanding of roles and profiles method. So let's get started with it. The roles and profiles method is the most reliable way to build reusable, configurable, and refactorable system configurations. Roles and profiles are two extra layers of interaction between your node classifier and your component modules. This separates your code into three levels. Component modules, normal modules that manage one particular technology. For example, PuppetLab/Jenkins. Profiles, wrapper classes that use multiple component modules to configure a layered technology stack. Roles, wrapper classes that use multiple profiles to build a complete system configuration. Now let's take an example of Jenkins component module. In this example, standard module for Jenkins is Retiler/Jenkins. Jenkins requires Java, so we need the Java module too. In this example, apart from Jenkins and Java, we will have two or more modules as apt and backup to install the packages and to manage the backup using module resources. Next is to write a profile. Things to consider before you write a profile. Make sure you can safely include any profile multiple times, don't use resource-like declarations on them. Profiles can include other profiles. So in this example for Jenkins profile we are going to include base, servers and Jenkins profiles. You can design your infra for a base class in such a way to get included in each and every profile. Base must be assigned to every machine, including workstations. It manages basic policies, and uses some conditional logic to include OS-specific profiles as needed. Server profile must be assigned to every machine that provides a service over the network. It makes sure ops can log into the machine, and configures things like timekeeping, firewalls, logging, and monitoring. Now we have our profile ready, it's time to write a role. Before we write a role, let's look at few rules for role classes. The only thing roles should do is declare profile classes with include. Don't declare any component classes or normal resources in a role. Optionally, roles can use conditional logic to decide which profiles to use. Roles should not have any class parameters of their own. Roles should not set class parameters for any profiles. Those are all handled by data lookup. Now write the role code and include profiles Jenkins master, base and server. And assign the role to nodes. Puppet has several ways to assign classes to nodes, so use whichever tool you feel best fits you. The pconsole node classifier, which lets you group nodes based on their facts and assign classes to those groups. The main manifest, which can use node statements or conditional logic to assign classes. Hierarchy or Puppet lookup, use the lookup function to do a unique array merge on a special class's key, and pass the resulting array to the include function. Okay, that's really it guys. The best way to learn roles and profiles is to start using it. So if you have got time, feel free to move on to next lecture.